Hello everyone, I am Monica from IELTS 9. So let's start this reading. That reading name is The Role of Accidents in Business. So that was part of 11th May 2003 23 IELTS exam reading. Okay, let's start with this reading. So I will not be reading anything from this passage. The passage has been divided into small paragraphs. You can see it. Straight away I will go to the questions. Now first type of question we have yes, no, not given, and second type of question, and second we have complete each sentence with the correct ending. So these are the four sentences and we have been given A to H sentences. We have to match with these four with these options. Now last type of question we have multiple choice questions. Let's start with first type of question. Now yes, no, not given, same as it is true, false, not given. If the statement agrees with this statement, if the information from, if the statement from the reading passage matching with this agrees, means agrees, then it is yes. If it is not matching, if the statement contradicts, then no will be there. And if it is impossible to say whether the writer says or not, so then you will be saying not given. So first one is the delay in the process used by the Kellogg brothers affected the final product. So Kellogg, by reading this Kellogg, you must have remembered some different thing like what we are eating in breakfast nowadays. The delay in the process, okay, used by, so for finding the location I will be using this word, and after that I will focus on this whether the program whether the process were delay or not, or on time, that all depends. If the process was on delay, then yes. If the process was on the perfect time, then definitely contradict will be there, no. And if they are not talking about any final product or delay in the process, then not given will be there. Let's look at this location, this word in the first paragraph. We will start it from first paragraph. So Kellogg brothers, I was in first line, it is Kellogg is there, were supervising a hospital and health spa in Michigan. The patients were on restricted diet. One day the brothers left cooked wheat unattended for more than 24 hours. Okay, when they returned, they saw what they had done. It was no good to eat, but they decided to run the stale wheat through rollers just to see them. So it's like a story. You also do it with me. Normally the process reduced, produced long sheets, but they were surprised to discover this time to rollers. Okay, process, where we are looking for process, they baked them, this is a process. Then tried the same thing with corn. From this accidental discovery came the cornflakes which generation have now been eating or for breakfast. So they were asking for the delay in the process used by Kellogg brothers affected the final product. So delay in the process, so actually it's direct thing they have not used, but yes, one day they left cooked for more than cooked wheat for more than 24 hours. When they returned, they saw they had what something wrong, it was no good to eat. So it means we can go for the delay in the process used affected the final product. Yes, so we can go for yes. Now second, Sir Elam Hodgkin, this is the keyword for finding location, is an example of someone whose work proceeded in a logical and systematic way. Whose work proceeded in a logic and systematic way. Hodgkin. So this is the word in second paragraph. Who discovered how nerve cells is nothing, accident happened, there is nothing predictable. Noble Sir, who discovered how nerve cells transit electrical impulses between skin and brain, commented, I believe, okay, now we have to read this inverted comma, I believe that the record of my published papers conveys an impression of directedness and planning which does not at all coincide coincide with the actual sequence of events. Okay, does not match with the coincidence. Okay, is an example of someone whose work proceeded in a logical and systematic word. So opposite thing they are saying here. He is saying, writer is asking about whose work proceeded in a logical and systematic. So here he is saying something different. who does not coincide with the actual sequence of events. It means this will no. Degree is an example to the general rule of innovation. So this person name is here is an example to the general rule of innovation. Okay, so let's find this person name Dugre. So Dugre is in next paragraph. So it is too easy to find the location with the help of any name. So what he is saying, the mistake that keeps repeating itself, a history of disruptive innovation, the kind that transform market. Okay, answer starts here. For instance, discovered that technique that gave US photography in the 1830s, when drops of mercury from a shattered thermometer produced a photographic image. The microwave was discovered by no, this another person is there. So what he is asking is an exception to the general rule of innovation. So he is, for instance, disruptive innovation, the kind. Okay, discovered the technique that gave us photography when drops parameter produced a. So how he was an exception? No, he was not an exception. He was, in fact, he also found something by mistake only. So let's go to next fourth question. Now fourth one is the discovery of this person name occurred by accident during drug research. Okay, just whether the discovery occurred by this person occurred by accident during this research, then true, then yes will be there. If the discovery of this is not person name, this is something name, this medicine name. If it was not by accident, then no. Then if it is if they are not talking about any this name or any name, then not given. So such rain we are looking for. So where we have just left this from here, we can find another. Yes, this name we were looking for. You can just see this. The artificial sweetener saccharin was the unintentional result of a medical scientist's work on chemical treatment for gastric ulcers while working for the firm 3mm. So this is something different. Artificial was the unintentional result of a medical scientist. It means occurred by accident during drug research. Yes, this is yes. Now fifth. So you can see this, you can see they are saying the same thing. The artificial sweetener saccharin was unintentional result of a medical scientist work on a chemical treatments, means this drug research treatment. Now coming fifth, the company 3mm. Now we have gone through yes also, no also, yes also. Now this, if you don't have time, you can always put not given, but of course I am making video, so I will tell you the location and we will find the answer. The company 3M should have supported Art Fry by funding his post-it notes. Okay, 3M, yes, have supported Art Fry. Okay, let's find this. So this is Art Fry is here after this location. While working for the firm 3M researchers, Art Fry had no idea he was taking the first step towards first-it notes when he used bits of adhesive office paper that could be easily lifted off the page to replace scrap paper bookmarks that kept falling out of his hymn book. Okay, so they are not talking about any should have supported by funding his idea. Nothing they have given it, that's why not given is there. Let's go to next type of question. Complete each sentence. These are the incomplete sentence we have to match with correct ending. These are the endings. So let's read one by one. The usual business environment, the Gorky. Okay, so before going to this location, it's all your wish whether you want to go through all and or you first find this location and read it from there and then come to the options. So I will be doing this, the usual business environment and Giorgi and Marquis book. Okay, so this reading is going location wise. So we have completed this paragraph 1, 2, 3, all 3 paragraphs we have done. Now coming to next paragraph. Breakthrough and disruptive innovation are rarely driven by orderly process. Usually they come out of a chaotic, haphazard mess. Which is why big companies full of managers schooled in business programs designed to eliminate random variation mistakes struggle with them. In these sorts of environments, accidents are called failures and are discouraged. Okay, so what they are asking, usual business environment. So we were business programs are there, environment is also there, you can see this environment, it means this is the location for this. Okay, so environment, the business environment can be found in an unusual thought and chance event, can be taught in business schools. So no, they are not talking about anything that, just a minute, they come out of a chaotic haphazard mess, which is why big companies full of managers schooled in business programs but can be taught in business schools, it is not given, has made a success from someone else's invention, is designed to nurture differences, is unlikely to lead to creative innovation, says that all mistakes are the same, shows that the businesses are good at either inventing or selling, suggest ways of increasing number of mistakes. Okay, let's read it again. In these sorts of environments, accidents are called failures and are discouraged. Accidents, nurture different, likely to read, stay mistakes are the same, unlikely to lead to, no, this is not given, can be found in unusual, no, nothing can be found, called failure, accidents are failures and are discouraged, rarely driven by. Okay, why is random variation, mistakes, struggle with them. So I will just pick the word, accidents are called failures and are discouraged, unlikely, no, says mistakes, so mistakes, we know mistakes are the same, businesses, no, this can be found in thoughts and events. So I will go with this 6 number, I will put it here, or no, I will just write in front of 6 number F here, then if we found something different, then we can go with that. This person's book, in next paragraph they have given Gorski and school market is found that companies were skilled at innovation were usually not skilled when it came to commercialization and vice versa. Okay, found that companies that were skilled at innovation were usually not that skilled, they were usually not that skilled when it came to commercialization and vice versa. Okay, commercialization can be found in thoughts and chance events, thought in business school, has made a success from someone else in inventions, likely to creative, this we have done, shows that businesses are good at either inventing or selling thing, it was given, it came to, they were usually not skilled when it came to commercialization and vice versa. So commercialization, they are good at inventing, or so I will be going with that G. 8th, Microsoft is an example of a company which, so Microsoft, so we have done same paragraph, this book fast, colonist are Microsoft, I am looking for Microsoft word, yeah, Microsoft is here, is a prime example of this. Okay, let's read it from here. Consolidators with their strong clusters of discipline and cost control know how to take clever ideas from other firms and turn into mass market items. Microsoft is a prime instance of this. Okay, can be found in unusual thoughts and chance events, no, has made a success from someone, yes, has made a success from someone else invention, so this we will go with C, because someone else, you can see this, consolidators with their strong cultures of discipline and cost control know how to take clever ideas from other firms and turn into mass market item. Microsoft is a prime instance of this, it means they are talking about this company. So we will go with this only. See, now origin of, so this we have picked, this we have picked, this we have picked. Now D, origin of useful accidents. Okay, useful accidents. Now this paragraph we have done, let's read this useful accidents, we need to read it. Companies hundreds of billions on research development examined how managers can slip ups in their articles, accident, intention, and this in the innovation process. No, we are looking for origin of useful accidents. Okay, what we can go it for here, with companies spending hundreds of billions of dollars on research, US, how managers can encourage productive slip ups in their article accident. So can we read it this? Okay, okay, yes, accident here also. They argue that business processes actually prevent helpful missteps from occurring according to their catalog of accidents. Not all faults and mistakes are equal. Accident, they say, come from unlikely mental associations such as memories, vague, looking for something, finding it unexpected. So let's read the options first. Can be found in unusual thoughts and chance events. They say come from unlikely mental associations such as memories, vague connections, looking for something, finding it unexpected way. So unusual thought and chance events, ninth, I will pick this. Okay, let's come to the multiple choice question. First question says, how do Austin, so it is important to understand the question statement. Then of course you will underline the keyword. With the help of that keyword we will reach to the location. Austin and Devin advise companies to get out of the cone of expectation. So let's find, so we have gone through this paragraph, next page, and the cone of expectation is here. So let's read the question statement again. How do Austin and Devin advise companies to get out of the cone of expectation? Okay, let's read. They say requires companies to get outside the cone of accident prone innovation. They say it means throwing together groups from diverse backgrounds and combining ideas in unpredictable ways. Other strategies also include having systems that watch for accident and examine. Let's read the options. By decreasing the number of company system, by forming teams of by forming different types of people they were talking of, by hiring new and creative people, no, it was not given, by holding regular brainstorming meeting, no, it was not given. So that is clearly given, you can see this means throwing together groups from diverse background and combining ideas in unpredictable ways. So you can see this, by forming teams of different backgrounds of people. So let's do 11th number question. In recommending counter intuitive thinking, what do Austin and Devin employ? Okay, so again same people are there. Counter intuitive, okay, counter generating size, counterintuitive. Okay, all this however requires thinking that is often counterintuitive to the way businesses operate. In other words, it is the kind of thinking that goes against the belief of most managers. It runs counter to the notion frequently pushed by consultants that can harness creativity and direct it to the lineup with intention. The cost of accident business people tend to call such efforts failure. Okay, that failing at business is bad for staff morale, that invention cannot be planned for, that most businesses should be devoted to avoiding mistakes, that the cost of mistakes is an important consideration. Cost is also, yes, they are talking about cost of accidents, yes, they are just talking about cost of accidents focusedly. People tend to call such efforts failure. The cost of mistakes is an important consideration, and before that you should eliminate two options that they were not talking about in the paragraph. Cannot be planned, I think this they were not talking. Should be devoted to avoiding mistakes. Falling at business is bad for staff morale, this is also not given. So, but this, it is clearly given, the cost of mistakes is an important consideration. People tend to call such failure. Okay, now next 12th. The writer describes the Empire Ledger disaster in order to show that. Okay, Empire Ledger. So this paragraph we have done. There are tentative signs. So I will be looking. Yes, this person name is here. Yes. Australia's largest brewing company, for example, made a bad error when it launched a new beer called Empire Lager, pitched at younger consumers. Having spent a fortune creating a beer with sweeter taste, designing a great looking bottle, and a television campaign, Foster's was left with a drink that no one wanted to buy. The target market was more interested in brands built up by words of mouth. Okay, Foster's first they introduced this beer and it was failed. Foster was left with a drink that no one wanted to buy. The target market was more interested in brands built up by words of mouth. Okay, uh, the describes disaster in order to show that success can come out of a business failure. No, they were not talking. The majority of companies now value risk taking. No. TV advertisement works better on older people. So older people they were not talking. This is we can't take it. Young beer drinkers do not like a sweet taste. Do not like a sweet taste. So do not like. So this they were talking, but main thing disaster in order to show that the majority of companies now value risk taking. Success can come out of a business failure. Yes, I think pitched at younger consumers. This is clear. Having spent a fortune career creating a beer, designing a great looking bottle and television campaign, Foster was left with a drink that no one wanted to buy. Okay, the target market was more interested brand built up by the world. So let's read it next paragraph. Instead of wiping the unsuccessful product launch, okay, continuity is also there. Foster's used this lesson learned to go on and develop other brands instead. One of them is Pure Blonde, is now ranked at Australia's 5th number. Okay, used this lesson. Yeah, okay, so another next question is also going for the same. Digital media other than TV were used. It was advertisement under a different brand name. It was launched. So the advertisement budget was larger. It means this paragraph they are talking about second thing. Pure Blonde, yes, this we have read. Pure Blonde is now ranked number 1 with we have there has been almost no promotion and sale are generated more by word of mouth. So no promotion, it was launched with very little advertising. So this will come with that. But what about 12th? So disaster in order to show that success can come out of a business failure, the majority of companies now value this. So sure it is not there. Young beer, so we can go with that because this they have clearly given. Young beer drinkers do not like a sweet taste. uh, Drink no one wanted to buy. The target was more interested in oh yes, no, not youngsters will not come. Target market was more interested in brands built up by words of mouth. So are the talking can come out of failure business? Nothing, they have not given like that. Majority of companies now value risk taking. So either this or this, so we can go, but I am not sure about it, so I will go with B only. Okay, so last question is, the writer concludes that creating a culture that learns from mistake, the last paragraph is also left. Other companies are taking similar steps to study their own slips up. Okay, other companies are taking similar steps to study their own slips up. Intuit, the company behind financial tools such as Quicken, holds regular when learning hurts sessions, but this sort of transformation is never easy. The market focuses on short term, convincing employees, shareholders to tolerate failure, not play it safe is a big thing to ask. Okay, so what we can go for? Bring short term financial gains? No, they are not talking about this. Can be, yet they are talking about, but exactly not. Can be very difficult for some companies, this they were talking. holds no risk for workers, so risk was there. Is a popular move with shareholders was also there. Companies taking similar steps to take their own slips, company behind, okay. Learning hard session, but this is never easy in the market that focuses on short term. Convincing employees and shareholders to tolerate failure, not to play safe. So is a popular move with shareholders, that is not exactly talking. Bring short term, no. Holds no risk for, this is also not mentioned, so this will come very difficult for some companies. So let's finish this also. We were just, so I have selected this B1, but answer we will just match, and I will share the answer on description box.